What's going on, YouTube? We appreciate y'all stopping by our channel, What's Gas again, and checking out another video. Today we're just running some errands, going to Best Buy, going to Kroger. We'll test FSD 13.2.2 in the same locations that we always do to see if it corrects what it's gotten wrong before, if it learns from its mistakes. I don't think so, but we'll find out. And we'll see if the parking has gotten any better, because if you saw the last video, it did horrendous on every single parking attempt that we put it in there. It just messed up. So we'll see if that gets any better on this drive. So y'all stick around, check out the whole video, like our videos if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, get more sponsors, more companies sending us stuff to review. So we got new things coming out to review as well too, so we'll be having those videos out. And enjoy the video. Guys, what are we thinking about the new Model Y? Are we liking the new design, the light bar at the front and the back? Are we liking all the free upgrades that they're giving y'all when you buy a new Model Y? Free paint upgrade, wheel upgrade, interior upgrade, free FSD. Like, that is almost a no-brainer if you were looking to buy a Model Y or even Model 3. That is outrageous, those deals that they're throwing out for that new Model Y. Comment down below, let us know what you think about those new deals. Are you getting a new Y? Let us know. We want to read your comments. So coming up here, if there's no vehicles in front of it, it'll stay in this turning lane. But when it sees other vehicles do the correct thing, it'll go to this lane, which is the correct lane, not the turning lane. But if there's no vehicles in front of it, it'll get on that turning lane and go straight. But as you can see, like I've been saying before, it mimics what other vehicles in front of it are doing to an extent. I would assume it wouldn't mimic if it goes off a bridge, right? But to an extent, it mimics those vehicles. The same thing up here. When we get over this little hill, there'll be a turning lane. If you go straight, and if there was no vehicle in front of it, it would stay in that turning lane. But because this truck is going to do the correct thing and move over, the vehicle's also going to move over. Check it out. And there goes the F-150. Never mind, I was completely wrong. It stayed in the turning lane, even though it saw the F-150 do the correct thing. Wow, okay, that's a surprise. I was wrong. It did not do it correctly. This is the first time that Tesla moves away from that far left lane to make this left curve. Well, never mind. And there he goes back to this lane. I was surprised it did that. I don't know why it moved over for half a second and then moved back. I have no clue. It used to get on that left turn lane, stop, wait, and then turn. Here, it's going to make the turn a little bit too fast, moved over, but it did it correctly nonetheless, so that's good. That's always good news that it started getting this turn correct instead of messing it up. So points for Tesla FSD on that one. Got to move over. It's got to move over. Ooh, a little bit too late for my liking, but it did it. I mean, it parked itself. It's not great. It's not the best parking spot, but it did the job. It's in between the lines, hugging this left line. I guess with that new Model Y, with that camera up front, I think that's gonna do a lot better with a self parking when it comes down to it. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have it, but overall, FSD from point A to point B, uneventful, great, the way it should be. Parking, a lot to the left to be desired, a lot of work that needs to be done. So, yep, on to the next one. All right, we're going to the next location. Haven't touched the wheel or brake or gas, just doing the good old press and hold button on the screen. It unparked itself in reverse, and off to the races we go. Again, I'm sure the drive there would be perfect, no issues. We'll see when it comes down to parking. It is Friday, January 24th. Does anybody find it odd that as of right now, I haven't checked Twitter in the last hour, but Elon has not tweeted about the new Model Y at all? I don't know if anybody finds that odd or not. I don't know if it's because of the whole issue with the heart and salute thing that he did. I don't know if that's why he's staying away from it or what, but I just find it a little odd that he hasn't said anything about it. Unless I miss him in his post, but I don't think so. It's fixing past everybody, including this freaking cop at going, how fast do you want to go? Damn, Tesla. I would be surprised if this cop doesn't pull me over. It could have just stayed on the very far right lane because it's got to get on that lane to exit anyway. It should have just stayed on it. There was no traffic there stopping it. There's times where it's very polite and lets people through and things like this, but there's times where it's very aggressive and just cuts people off, which is not cool. Just picked Goodwill just because I needed another location to bring me to the interstate, so when I go back, it goes where I need it to go, because I couldn't get to that lane and exit coming from Best Buy. So there's a parking spot right there. So I'm gonna do it. Yep. Nice. This is okay. I mean, this is more impressive right here. That right there is how it should be all the time. That was great. It picked it. It saw the parking spot in the sensors and the radar and the map. It picked it, eased into it, parked perfectly. From point A to point B, no issues. Parking, great. 10 out of 10. Completely different from what it was doing the other day. Wow. Okay. All right, so I hit home just because I wanted to take me the way it should and see if it messes up in that exit. But I'm not going home. I gotta go to Kroger and get some sides to cook tonight. I mean, so far this is how it should be, right? It should be, I've touched the steering wheel 0 times. Well, there I go. That reminds me that I've technically touched it because it can't see my eyes all the time because of my hat. But technically I haven't touched the steering wheel to correct the driving or parking once, or the brake or the gas at all. Or accelerator if you don't want to call it gas pedal. Gas pedal, gas pedal. Wasn't that a song? Gas pedal, gas pedal? I don't know. I think it was. on to the next test to see if it incorrectly tries to make an illegal left turn. So many people say I've had 0 interventions on 10 drives, or I take my Tesla every single day and 0 interventions. I mean, unfortunately, if I daily drove this and always had to come home the way I always have to come home, I would have to intervene in this coming up spot all the time, every day. In the 5 months of owning the Model Y, it's never gotten this exit correctly at all. And what I'm gonna do this time, when I notice that it's gonna get it incorrectly, I'm gonna correct it and make it go in the lane that it's supposed to see. If it does the right turn and try to get into the correct lane or incorrect lane from that right turn. See what, like right now what it's doing, it's literally, it's trying to pass everybody and then correct itself, go all the way to the right instead of just staying on the right. Well, I guess I do have an aggressive mode. I shouldn't bitch and complain about that. I do have an aggressive mode, which is being aggressive. No doubt about it. Dangerously aggressive. It's fixing to get in between these fucking semis right now. God damn. No need to complain, I have it on hurry mode. It's trying to hurry. Dumb human. Why am I complaining? So I can already see that it's going to get in the incorrect lane and go off here in this exit instead of going straight. Yep, so I'm going to correct it. Tesla keeps going into the wrong lane to take the exit. It should go straight here and then get into the turning lane. Alright, so I reported that. And from here, we're going to see what it does. I don't know if you can see on camera. But it should get into there's a turning lane here that you can only turn left. And I'm going to see if it's going to want to turn right. No. Boom. This is what it should do every single time. Get into this specific turning lane right here. That's what it should do. But it didn't do it. So maybe I've corrected it. I haven't corrected it once ever like that. I don't think on any of the videos. And again, we'll see if it learns. I mean, next time I test the FSD, I'll try it again, see if it learned anything. I don't know how many times. I don't even know if it does that. If it learns from itself one side, disengage, send the message, redo it. I don't know if it learns from it or not. We'll find out. And if anybody in the comments knows and wants to tell me, let me know what your thoughts about it is, if it actually does learn from its mistakes or not. So we're actually going to end that trip. And let's go to Kroger. Because I have to go grocery shopping. So there's your intervention right there. Because, I mean, if you want to be nitpicky, yes, I don't have to intervene on that one. I can make it go there, but it's going to make an illegal left turn right here, which is not right. Have an accident. So I do have to intervene at that point. So either way, I intervene back there or up here. I had to keep leaning back, checking that camera, make sure it was recorded, because the last video, unfortunately, I had to record twice. After ending the testing, I saw that that back camera had stopped recording. So then I had to redo everything. And fortunately / unfortunately, by doing that, the first test, it actually did much worse than the video that I posted. The video that I posted actually did better. The first test that I did, there was an hour, the whole drive was an hour long. The video was 20 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my, okay. Okay. It's never gonna get out of this exit, and it doesn't know that. I'm gonna have to intervene again. Nope. I mean, I don't know whose fault that is. I mean, I guess it's nobody's fault, because technically it did what it thought it should do, which is cut through the parking lot to get back on that main road, but it's never going to get out of there just because of how bad traffic is there. They should have just kept going down this road and then turning off. But like I was saying, the first video that I did on that parking, FSD parking, self-parking, the first round, it did much, much worse. The second video, or the second try that I did, it still did bad, but it was much worse the first time. So I'm gonna engage when it stops telling itself that it needs to turn back around there. Now re-engage. What the heck? That was a freaking... They had somebody in a freaking body bag in the Burger King parking lot, the one that I went to in the last video. Whoa. Should do it in this turning lane where that black car is. That's where it should turn, but it's not going to. It's going to turn on the next one. Yep. It's not wrong. It's all preference, but it's not as convenient as the other entrance, in my opinion. Like, I've lived here for 4 years in this area, and I've never taken this entrance. FSD has. Let's see what it does for parking today. Go. This person next one, a creep. I was not stopping to check you out. I'm sorry. The car. Turn left. Well, that is not the parking spot at all. That was not a parking spot. Failed on that one, unfortunately. I don't know why it likes to park at fire lanes in front of the stores. It just came through a parking spot. It saw all the parking that was available or not available. It should know that, hey, I need to, look for another parking spot and not park in front of the store in the fire lane. I have no clue what it does that. If you guys have experienced that, comments down below, let me know. Guys, that is the video. Out of 3, drives from point A to point B, had to intervene once. The other one was an optional one because I don't want to stay in traffic. Parking spots, 2 out of 3. 1 was perfect. Overall, I mean, nothing to complain about besides the parking. So if you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot and we really appreciate it, guys. And until the next one, I hope you have a wonderful day.